you go.
Hello.
Hello, hello, welcome. Well, I got quiet quick. Welcome to today's panel, which has no topic. We decided we're going to wing it, right? Because my name is Gunnar. I'm with Bcams.com. And I've been on a lot of these panels where the panelists sit here and pitch their company and tell you all about all the great things. But I'm sure all of you already know all the wonderful things about Bcams.com. So I don't need to spend much time singing about how great of a platform it is. It's an amazing platform, but there's other amazing platforms as well. I started in the industry about 22 years ago, so before some of you were born. I was a model originally on the very first webcam. You didn't know that? My biggest customer. I was a model on one of the very first webcam sites in the world called iFriends. And this is so long ago that when you were live streaming, it was just one image. It was a JPEG, and then you had to wait, and then another JPEG. And that's how that was live streaming back then. And this is 1990. It was 1998. So a long, long time ago, and I've been doing live webcams ever since. Mike has also been in the industry for over 20 years. So we've seen everything from the beginning and the golden era of adult when it was at its heyday.
We invented the internet.
Yeah, we've been around for a long time. And I don't say that to brag or to talk us up, but just to tell you that today I want to open it up to questions rather than sit here and preach to you, because between the two of us, there's a ton of knowledge. I also have Dana, who's an independent model on Cams, who's also been a model manager for many years. She's the native Romanian speaker on the panel, so if anybody feels comfortable only speaking in Romanian, we're fine with that too, right? My Romanian is horrible. But I invite you all to practice your English. I found that so many Romanians say, oh, my English is terrible, but it's actually really, really good. So I invite you to try and speak in English if you're comfortable. So I think the first topic, just because I want to open up with something that's a discussion we were having the other night about the typical webcam room for many models and studios is, in my opinion, and I think Mike would agree with this, overproduced today. They make the room look too nice and too elegant, too majestic, especially sometimes the studios that make these rooms look like they're from some five-star Romanian hotel. And that look may be good for some models, but it doesn't always work best for American traffic, because the customers now realizing, oh, that's a Romanian studio model, that's a Romanian studio. And I hate to say it that way, it sounds like they're jaded, but it's true. So I think one thing that studios and models could benefit from is just toning it down, relaxing, making the room look more real, more like a girl next door, right? And so that the customer feels like, okay, this isn't a model who's shown up for her shift to work her 6 hours in her Romanian studio. Agreed? Maybe? Right? So, however you want to decorate, you have this guy's got a question. I knew it.
Yes, because from the perspective of the website, you're right. I agree with you 100%. But from the perspective of the studio, you have 2 points of view. You have the point of view, okay, what the performance of the model on the website. And I have a microphone. I feel more important now. Okay, so the first perspective is, again, the performance of the model on the website, okay? And there you're right with what are you saying. But the other perspective is hiring models. And if you can tell me how I can explain a 20-year-old girl that has no clue about the industry when she comes to the interview, that the rooms are like less luxurious because that's the better way, and she, to believe me, I couldn't find the way, because the people that are not in the industry, are not involved, they are just entering the industry, they look at the picture, they look at the results, they look at things like this that are on the surface. That's life, and that's why we need to.
But Razvan, who's spending the money? It's the customer, right? So I get
With
it,
who?
image is important, but if the model comes into your studio and it's very nice, it's very clean, all the
Yeah.
rooms, it isn't just about what the actual room looks like. I wanted to let Dana answer because
Hello, I'm Dana. O să vorbesc în română, o să răspund eu la întrebarea asta, că presupun toată lumea sau marea majoritate suntem români. Ideea este în felul următor. Legat de acest topic de cameră, vorbind din prisma unui studio, da, sau unui owner de studio în angajare sau colaborare cu modele, potențiale modele, aici avem o oarecare perspectivă, în ideea în care către ce categorie de model ne ducem. Pentru că, da, modelele vor să vadă spații frumoase, camere de lucru luxoase, să aibă camera personalizată, să fie aerisită, lumini nu știu de care și așa mai departe. Știm cu toții cumva ce înseamnă fiecare cameră și ce înseamnă un decor. Însă consider cumva că marketingul în sine sau ceea ce promovăm către potențialele modele și modele deja existente trebuie să fie cu un de ce. Acest de ce ridică multe răspunsuri sau soluții în același timp. Ok, eu sunt, nu știu, Smart Chat, B-Smart, B-Studios, Rich Girls, ACM, habar n-am, orice studio își prezintă camere, da, cu toții au camere frumoase, au un marketing frumos, mai mult sau mai puțin. Însă, întrebarea oricărui model, de ce să aleg eu studioul ăsta? Doar pentru camere? Doar pentru, nu știu, un salariu garantat? Doar pentru...
Scuze că te întrerup, dar ok, în București știu că sunt gen lanțuri de studiouri de acum, că au multe locații și asta, care aveau studio de angajări. Asta ce înseamnă? Un studio în care nu se lucra de fapt, era doar pentru poze și doar să-i se prezinte modelul la interviu. Studiouri care depășeau 100 de modele. Deci înseamnă că funcționează sistemul ăsta. Eu înțeleg și este foarte important de CEU, pentru că noi cam pe baza asta recrutăm suntem mai micuți și așa mai departe. Dar totuși, pe social media, de exemplu, attention span-ul unei persoane de 20 sau 20 și ceva de ani este undeva la 6 secunde. Asta este realitatea și asta este pe studii. Așa că să stai să povestești de ce destul de complicated, când persoana după 6 secunde dă skip și se duce mai departe.
De acord cu tine, însă nu trebuie neapărat să povestim de ceul într-un singur clip. Vorbim de aceleași lucruri cu partea de naturalețe, cu partea de glamour, cu girl next door și revin la idee. Către ce categorie de modele ne ducem, ce ne dorim să atragem. Pentru că, da, modelele începătoare sau modelele care nu au anumite idei despre ce înseamnă viața de model sau ce înseamnă să fii model în zilele noastre, clar se vor duce către o anumită direcție, către lux, către. Însă nu contează dacă este un studio mai mare sau mai mic, care are un studio de foto sau nu, sau o agenție sau nu, este vorba clar de mesaj. Adică, cu cât suntem mai transparenți, cu cât arătăm tot ce se întâmplă la noi, diferite cadre, cu toate imaginile și din cameră și din alte spații ale studioului, se vede exact munca, de fapt, din spate. Că așa toată lumea prezintă cât de mișto suntem, cât de frumoși suntem, câți bani îți dăm și unde poți să ajungi. Dar munca din spate nu se vede și atunci, lângă acea cameră, care este foarte frumoasă, intervine partea cealaltă, ok, aleg acolo și da, putem să atragem prin camere, nu știu, un flux foarte mare de modele. Însă depinde foarte mult ce transmitem prin camera respectivă.
Eu înțeleg perfect, fiind primul studio care acum 10 ani s-a pozat pe YouTube și s-a filmat și așa mai departe cu persoane reale, când studiourile nu-și dădeau adresa măcar pe site. Dar realitatea este din nou că pe site eu pot să văd traiectoria vizitatorilor pe site-ul nostru de studio, gen. Și avem 90% dintre accesări sunt homepage sau landing page-ul care a fost reclama, galerie foto. Galerie foto și dacă îi place, contact. Restul ce avem noi, toate detaliile alea, nu sunt accesate pur și simplu. La urmă urmei livrezi ce se caută, pentru că poți să fii ambițios și eu am fost foarte mult timp pe niște idei foarte tâmpite să angajez nimic Sau să, la urma urmei, să vezi ce caută lumea. Și de asta este complicat. Din nou, în era în care multe studiouri au camere speciale să le arate în poze, care de fapt nu se lucrează și le păstrează noi, să vii să explici, bă, știi că noi de fapt investim mai puțin în camere, că așa e mai bine. Nu o să creadă nimeni. Și ok.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Question,
finishing
please.
up, the thing is that at some point you are right. There are different categories of models. Some models will be attractive from the earnings. Some models will be attractive from the rooms. Blah, blah, blah. Any model has her reasons to come to a studio or not to come to a studio. But it's a big category that are interested in rooms, and yeah, it's a defining factor. And again, on the website, in my opinion, it's okay to be diversity. For us, it's like, how I like to say, luxury and opulence. If the member want to come and to see my favorite term, glamorous girl, and to be in a nice room and to be like, you know, everything to be set up, it's okay. If not, if she wants like a girl next door, okay, there are other models on the website. Everybody needs to make money.
Yes. The room doesn't make the model, right? The model makes the model. So the point is, Mike, for example, we work with Mike to create models who are telling a story, because the model as a performer takes on this persona. She becomes whoever she is when she signs in to that chat room, right? And Mike helps create the story for those models, because that selling that story is what helps the customer connect with that model, right? Mike, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think connection is the most important thing, because my name is Mike Jones. I'm an affiliate of theirs. I've been an affiliate since 1996 for a long time. And what an affiliate does is we get traffic and we send it to sites, and the sites pay me for the commission. So I don't think of it as sending traffic directly necessarily to him, but to the models that are on his site. So my job is to convert the traffic. I get the traffic, I send it to the model, and I work with the model individually to send them traffic, and hopefully they can convert it. And like Razvan was saying, it could be a whole diversity of, for whatever reason, that model can convert the traffic. So I'm basically just whale hunting. I'm looking for whales. And I've discovered over the years that the best thing that develops a whale is that connection. It's not necessarily the look of the room or even the look of the model. I was talking with a model just earlier today that some of my top models, I wouldn't even consider them glamorous. I wouldn't look at them walking down the street and say, damn, she's hot. I mean, she just looked ordinary, but her secret was she connected with the customer. She got them to come back for more. She got them to just to talk with them. She didn't even have to get naked half the time. There was just this connection. And for me, that's the most valuable, is that connection that the customer wants with the models. And that's, I don't think that can be taught. That's like a trick that you learn over time, how to evolve into that kind of model. So my advice to new models is to try to discover yourself, see what works, learn to adapt and learn to evolve. I don't think you should stay any one way. I don't think studios should stay any one way. They should learn to adapt and evolve and learn how to convert that particular customer, because every customer is going to be different. And the good models can kind of sniff out, you know, what works. And Razvan's models are very good at that. And I don't mean to point people out, but she's excellent at this. And I mean, I shouldn't be up here, you know, telling you guys how to do this stuff, because you guys know better than anything. But I know what converts my traffic, and my traffic.
I also have people who I don't match. It's normal.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have people who match and people who don't match.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you filter through a lot of it. I mean, you can't sit there and say, oh, I had a bad day today, and I didn't match with anybody, and then the next day a whale will come along and you'll have that connection, and he'll come every day, and he'll even pay to watch you sleep. I mean, these things happen.
It's true.
And it doesn't necessarily have to do so much with the look, but that is important. You want to have, I think technology is really important. The most important thing is making sure that your technology works, your light is good, that your connection is there. But you know, I can't lecture you guys, because you guys are teaching me, because I send you the traffic and I learn what works, sending it to you, and I give you guys the feedback, hey, this stuff works. So I learn from you guys. But I've been doing this for many, many years. That's been my job, to send customers to people and get it converted. And you guys do the magic. I just do the easy stuff.
I can sum up what Mike is saying in 2 words. Personality sells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
really
it.
Does.
That's
and
right.
good management to the studio owners. Yeah. So good management is extremely important, because the average model can't do this on their own. They need the help that the managers can kind of give to them, because I mean, the rare fish can figure out how to do this on their own, but most people need that training. So that's why students
Just a show of hands, how many independent models are in the room right now? Independent. Okay, a few. There we go. A couple more hands are going up. All right. So a fair number of independent models. Okay, that's great. That's great. I think obviously this information would be helpful for studio models and independent models alike. Anyone else have questions besides Rosman? Or we'll come back to Rosman.
I like his question.
You guys heard his last question. Come on. Anybody? Oh, yep. Here we go. Excellent. Oh, you're just taking the mic. She's just taking the mic. Nobody. How many studio owners then, or studio models? Okay. Well, that's a lot of people without their hands up. So everyone else is just in adult webcamming or thinking about it, possibly.
Are there any affiliates here? Anybody that
Yeah.
sends traffic and converts it like me? Okay. I'm the only one.
You're the only one. You're the
That's
only
good.
affiliate. And the rest are just people who are getting into the industry or considering getting into webcamming, maybe. Yes? Okay. That's fine. You're welcome. The industry is still growing. It's not as big as it once was. We're noticing a contraction. It's harder and harder for Mike and for us, for all of the platforms, to get customers to come to the site and spend. There's a huge rise in the number of freemium sites. So one of the big differences in the webcam industry, freemium versus premium. These are the sites where models will essentially give it all away, okay, give everything away for tips. And the room is packed with guys, some of them paying, most of them not paying, but it's built just like a strip club, sort of on the number of tips that the guys are spending, versus a site like cams.com, where the members come in and if they want to see the good stuff, they've got to pay for a private show or a nude show, and they pay per minute. And that works differently for different models. Some of them like the freemium model. We work better with models who obviously are comfortable doing premium.
I think that connection is really there with the premium. Because as an affiliate that's paid on a rev share, I make a certain percentage that the model makes. So my goal is to send that customer and have that guy as a customer for life or for years. And I don't think you really get that with the freemium.
With the free, yeah. A lot of the freemium sites now are models that don't speak English, to be honest. It's countries where English is, they just don't speak it at all. I mean, it's models who can barely interact unless they have a chat monitor that's speaking for them. The premium models know how to speak fluent English, and that, again, back to the point about creating the connection with the customer, being able to make that connection so that the guy comes in and says, oh, this is my online girlfriend, right? You want to talk about that?
Cred că, nu știu, s-a spus suficient cumva, nu e o chestie nouă sau nu este ceva surprinzător despre cum trebuie să lucreze fiecare model, ci cum să întrețină locul în care a ajuns și, evident, să crească pe mai departe. În opinia mea, pe scurt, firesc, sunt de acord cu băieții, n-am cum să-i contrazic, trebuie să zic că totul este ca ei. Într-adevăr, ca să, nu știu, să concluzionăm pe scurt, poate fi o diversitate vis-a-vis de camere, aici vis-a-vis de model, de studio și așa mai departe. Fiecare își amenajează și își vinde produsul după bunul plac. Evident că în momentul în care intră membrul în camera modelului, locul, spațiul, tot universul din camera respectivă este făcut, din punctul meu de vedere, de către model, nu de membru, da? Pentru că membrului trebuie să-i oferim toată bunăstarea și toată atenția din lume. Și atunci, într-adevăr, tot acest management între studio și model face ca membrul să rămână și să revină. De altfel, ca în orice alt caz din viața noastră, cu toții, în final, suntem agenți de vânzări, în orice domeniu ne-am integrat noi, și cea mai importantă este remanența și menținerea. Pentru că să creștem un business, să creștem un model, să creștem, nu știu, încasările din orice punct de vedere, nu este chiar atât de greu. Însă partea definitorie este menținerea și celelalte urcușuri, să zic așa.
Okay, sure. Microphone is on its way.
Hi, guys. So, from what you told us, you like models to be like very genuine, very girls next door. If studios would be opened to do this effort, you know, to not be all the same rooms, and because there is a lot of good girls with good personalities, are you open in general to work with studios as a sign?
For cams, absolutely, yes. Yeah. Do you mean, do we work with the studio to help them create the room and to help them?
No, like to work. Do you have like special offers for studios, or are you open to?
We don't have special offers because we have
like extra tools that can explain the extra tools.
Well,
like a better connection, because.
So we work with the studio directly to try and help you create the best environment for the models and to make the most money. But what we don't do is tell you how to run your studio or tell you specifically what to do at your studio, right? That's for you to figure out. That's what makes the best studios that we have the best, because they know exactly. Razvan will tell you, I don't tell him how to do his job. He doesn't tell me how to do mine, right? There's a respect there that I know he knows his models and he knows his studio better, way, way, way better than I do.
Yeah, but also you know your customers as well.
And exactly, yeah. And I think that's the point earlier that we had, the discussion we had about he wants the rooms to look a certain way because he needs to attract models, and then we want the rooms to look a certain way because we're trying to attract customers. So you have to strike that balance.
Basically, my question was, you like working with studios or independent?
Love working with studios.
Okay,
Love
good.
working with studios, yes.
Thank
To
you.
be honest, yeah. No, we like to work with studios and models. Of course, yeah. Listen,
Because at the first of presentation, I could have felt like, you know, a little
Oh,
bit
sorry.
of already.
No, absolutely.
I wasn't sure.
Independent models and studios both, yes, absolutely. And you know, the studios, they have the difficult job of trying to figure out which models are going to make it and which ones aren't, because not everybody is cut out for webcamming. All right? Many years ago, I worked at a car dealership, and we were selling cars, right? It's a very tough, hard job to sell cars. Some guys can do it, or some gals, some guys can do it, and some people can't. And the ones that can't, they gotta go quick because they're just taking from the other ones. And it's the same thing in the webcam business, right? The models that quickly, when a studio realizes that this model is just not gonna make it, there's no point in keeping that model around, unfortunately. It just doesn't serve the studio or the site.
One of the extras that you're talking about, or the additional help that CAMs can do, is they can introduce you to people like me, which is an affiliate. I'm not an employee of theirs. I'm an independent contractor, just like you would be with them. I make money when you do, and I adapt to what you need. I send you the traffic. Every studio is different. I found out every independent model is different, and it's my job to adapt and evolve to what you guys need and to send you the type of traffic that helps convert you guys. So that would be one of the extras, or the additional kind of help that you're asking about in the original question from him, is just kind of working with somebody like me who can kind of send you some specialized traffic, that kind of thing.
Absolutely, and more also the studio has now they have to become more than just management of the models, but trying to at least get their own traffic sources and work with the models to build their own traffic sources. They come to us and say, hey, we want more traffic, and I say, yeah, we spend a ton of money at CAMS, a massive amount of money on traffic. How much is the studio spending to try and drive traffic, or how much is the studio spending to try and create the drive for the customers to come? Because we pay, obviously, when the studio or the model sends a member to the site. So there's an incentive there to drive their own traffic. Does that answer your question? Good. Razvan, you had another one, I know you had. You have 10, probably. You have a list. We have till 7 o'clock tonight. No more? That's it? Nobody has any questions, really? Gabriel? That's great. I figured somebody would have at least a few more. Mike, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Well, I think we're almost out of time anyway, right? We only had half an hour. Yeah. Oh, we can have more. Well, Rosman, seriously, if you had another question, honestly.
Yeah, pick our brains.
Yeah, I mean, look, somebody else probably has the same question, so go right ahead. You can yell it.
Okay, just one thing that I wanted to say is that you're right. It's very important what member wants on the website, and every platform has his specific types of members. But we are okay. We are a studio focused on quality, and we like that. We are not like Girl Next Door and stuff. We are like more premium. That's the way that we were learned. But if you look in your top 20 at earnings, you will see that in general, with some exception of course, are that type of model. Not for my studio exactly, but in general from the website that are that type of models that are offer a good quality, that offer a good room, good image quality. Because when I say professional, it's about schedule, it's about like everything, not that you have a fancy room and that's it. And I think it's even in camps who was like, in my opinion, when I came the first time on your website, it's looking like more like on amateur niche. I think now, because you know, that's the funny things. Always members prefer, they say that, hey, we like independent models because they get a bigger share of the income and blah, 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 and spend money with the studio models. Or the independent models that are working like at that level of the studio models with like everything set in place. So, yeah, it's so-so, but the statistics, in my opinion, are in favor. And like that's it. In the rest, I wait from the new performance landing page.
But your
Yes.
rooms doesn't look like a studio. Your rooms,
Thank you.
your rooms look like they work from home.
They are my crazy ideas.
Your home, you know what I mean? You was in my ex-studio.
Yeah.
Difference from your studio and what I did myself.
Probably because we don't work with picture or hotel.
It's the bed, everything is different. It's like it's a room from home.
Okay.
It's not a room from studio. You know what I mean?
I'll take it like a compliment. I don't know. Every time is my crazy ideas there, so I don't know what.
That's what they talk about. It's like the bed
With the two lamps and everything and the carpet on the floor. Yes.
the small rooms what we received. It's
Okay.
and they know they are from studio. And they are right that
When they hit with the head on the wall, on the left and right.
when they say that a member wants to spend more with girls who look that they're working by themselves, you know, that's what members look for. Like Madison, Hannah, Selena, they look like they are from home. They doesn't look like they are from.
When you also let the models create the room that they want to work in,
Yeah.
too, right? I've been to Smart Chat and seen the studio, the
Yeah,
rooms.
make the room in collaboration with the models, the top models.
Right. And I
Because
think
they have
that is what helps convert as well, because it does look like it's the model's personality in the room.
Yeah, of course.
Not just she's coming to work in a shift in some,
Yeah, this common sense for me. I don't think about that.
Well, I don't want to.
Everybody's going to copy you now.
Thank you all for coming. Appreciate it. You're more than welcome to speak to any of us after the seminar if you have questions. And cams.com would love to work with any studios and independent models who are here. So speak to.
Do the new guests have any questions for us?
Any questions from these guys?
The new guests that just walked in?
No? All right. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.